How do you think about our society after COVID-19?
Somehow, the social distancing makes people depressed.
After coronavirus, I think individuals became more private, but ironically, the nation itself became more cooperative.
The unexpected nature of pandemic and its sudden and intrusive arrival in our lives has reordered our society in dramatic ways. As cities are under lockdown, we have to stay at home attending to online classes. Accordingly, digital alienation phenomenon is getting worse. Also, the pandemic pushed millions to work from home. The damage to the job market and laying off employees seem to be a long-lasting problem. Moreover, staycations during holidays appear to become a new trend. Next, at homes, families are stocking up on medications that they normally wouldn't purchase. Also, recently, cultural experiences are taking place at home. Famous pop stars have joined forces to give a word of support to the healthcare workers in a globally televised concert.
Now, normal daily life. It's Corona life. At first, we practice social distancing. However, as life with COVID-19 has become long-term, it started to seem impossible to lock ourselves in until this pandemic ends. Solving this situation completely is only possible with the development of vaccines, which could take unpredictable amount of time. And even though it actually happens someday, the post-corona life will not be the same as the life before this pandemic. Therefore, the need to adapt to this lifestyle was on the rise. Corona life has begun. But what people should realize is that lifestyles naturally change. However, the changes this time were too sudden for the people to adapt, causing problems such as economic polarization due to internet-based culture. Therefore, we should think of ways to adapt easily to the new Corona life. Nonetheless, this Corona life should not be the result of unilateral control, but mutual cooperation, as it could violate human rights. A better, more efficient way is to make an atmosphere where people will voluntarily pursue distancing in daily life. We should all work together to fight the virus both nationwide and worldwide. Alone, we can do little, but together, we can do so much. So, to make all people adapt to and live in the changed environment, what can be the practical solutions? I'll introduce in 3 parts. First of all, individuals and civil society should try to change the atmosphere of our daily lives. Things that we consider negative can be the new lifestyles with the efforts of civil society by social campaigns. For example, at-home challenge on Instagram was in fashion, many people posting things that they have done in their homes during social distancing, which is part of the movement to change our point of view seeing the pandemic. Second, the government should help the adaptation of people who are in need. There are things people feel inconvenient, however, it can be a big threat to others. In terms of Untact culture, education about using internet through booklets or televisions is necessary. Also, we can distribute tablet PCs or Wi-Fi's for those who cannot take classes because of their financial conditions. If the government budget is not enough to cover it all, it can encourage other citizens or conglomerates to make donations, like the case of Korea donating the emergency relief grant they have received. Also, there should be guidelines about employment, especially for workers who are unable to work from home, including construction workers or small-scale businessmen, so that they are not immediately faced with unemployment. Furthermore, unemployment benefits should be given to a wider range of people. We cannot leave them behind the flow of change just because they're in financial difficulty, and the government has a responsibility to help them out. Finally, cooperation between countries is significant. Conflicts between US and China and nationalistic attitudes only thinking of their own benefits shows the dark sides of current situation. So, starting from developing the vaccine altogether, we should try to establish the new rules in the changing global society regarding information sharing or healthcare systems. Therefore, civil societies and each government in the international world and the global society itself should all do their jobs to both bring out short-term and long-term effects.
Someday, this pandemic will die out due to the development of new vaccine. What will be the world like after the vaccine? We say it's the same. With or without the vaccine, we will adapt to the new way of life and keep on living until it becomes the new normal.